न चैतद्रिवधि कत्रन्नो गर्यो यथवा जयेम यदि वा नो जयेयु यानेव हत्वा न जिजीविषाम स्थिवस्थिताः प्रमुखे धार्तराष्ट्रा.
Nor do we know which is better, conquering them or being conquered by them. The sons of Dhartarashtra, whom if we kill we should not care to live, are now standing before us on this battlefield.
Jai Shri Krishna. Arjuna did not know whether he should fight and risk unnecessary violence, although fighting is the duty of the Kshatriyas, or whether he should refrain and live by begging. If he did not conquer the enemy, begging would be his only means of subsistence. Nor was there certainty of victory, because either side might emerge victorious. Even if victory awaited them, and their cause was justified, still, if the sons of Dhartarashtra died in battle, it would be very difficult to live in their absence. Under the circumstances, that would be another kind of defeat for them. All these considerations by Arjuna definitely proved that he was not only a great devotee of the Lord, but he was also highly enlightened and had complete control over his mind and senses. His desire to live by begging, although he was born in the royal household, is another sign of detachment. He was truly virtuous, as these qualities, combined with his faith in the words of instruction of Sri Krishna, his spiritual master, indicate. It is concluded that Arjuna was quite fit for liberation. Unless the senses are controlled, there is no chance of elevation to the platform of knowledge, and without knowledge and devotion there is no chance of liberation. Arjuna was competent in all these attributes, over and above his enormous attributes in his material relationships. और इसे के साथ आज हमने दूसरे अध्याय का छठे श्लोक का तात्पर्य देखा। अब हम कल 7वें श्लोक का तात्पर्य देखेंगे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे।
कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढ़चेता यत् श्रेयः स्यन्निश्रीच्यत ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेह शाधि मा त्वा प्रपन्नम्.
Now I am confused about my duty and have lost all composure because of weakness. In this condition I am asking you to tell me clearly what is best for me. Now I am your disciple, and a soul surrendered, please instruct me.
Jai Shri Krishna. By nature's own way, the complete system of material activities is a source of perplexity for everyone. In every step there is perplexity, and therefore it behoves one to approach a bona fide spiritual master, who can give one proper guidance for executing the purpose of life. All Vedic literatures advise us to approach a bona fide spiritual master to get free from the perplexities of life which happen without our desire. They are like a forest fire that somehow blazes without being set by anyone. Similarly, the world situation is such that perplexities of life automatically appear without our wanting such confusion. No one wants fire, and yet it takes place, and we become perplexed. The Vedic wisdom therefore advises that in order to solve the perplexities of life and to understand the science of the solution, one must approach a spiritual master who is in the disciplic succession. A person with a bona fide spiritual master is supposed to know everything. One should not, therefore, remain in material perplexities, but should approach a spiritual master. This is the purport of this verse. Who is the man in material perplexities? It is he who does not understand the problems of life. In the Garga Upanishad, the perplexed man is described as follows: Yova etad aksaram gargi aviditvasmal, lokat pratisa krapana. He is a miserly man who does not solve the problems of life as a human and who thus quits this world like the cats and dogs without understanding the science of self-realization. This human form of life is a most valuable asset for the living entity who can utilize it for solving the problems of life. Therefore, one who does not utilize this opportunity properly is a miser. On the other hand, there is the Brahmana, or he who is intelligent enough to utilize this body to solve all the problems of life. The Kripanas, or miserly persons, waste their time in being overly affectionate for family, society, country, etc. in the material conception of life. One is often attached to family life, namely to wife, children and other members, on the basis of skin disease. The Kripana thinks that he is able to protect his family members from death, or the Kripana thinks that his family or society can save him from the verge of death. Such family attachment can be found even in the lower animals who take care of children also. Being intelligent, Arjuna could understand that his affection for family members and his wish to protect them from death were the causes of his perplexities. Although he could understand that his duty to fight was awaiting him, still, on account of miserly weakness, he could not discharge the duties. He is therefore asking Lord Krishna, the Supreme Spiritual Master, to make a definite solution. He offers himself to Krishna as a disciple. He wants to stop friendly talks. Talks between the master and the disciple are serious, and now Arjuna wants to talk very seriously before the recognized spiritual master. Krishna is therefore the original spiritual master of the science of Bhagavad Gita, and Arjuna is the first disciple for understanding the Gita. How Arjuna understands the Bhagavad Gita is stated in the Gita itself. And yet foolish mundane scholars explain that one need not submit to Krishna as a person, but to the unborn within Krishna. There is no difference between Krishnas within and without. And one who has no sense of this understanding is the greatest fool in trying to understand Bhagavad Gita. With this we saw the meaning of the 7th verse of the 2nd chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 8th verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
न हि प्रपश्यामि ममापुधाद् यच्छो कमुच्छो शर्मिन्द्रि याणाम् अवाप्य भूमावस्पत्नमृधन राज्यम सुराणाम पीचाधिपत्यम.
I can find no means to drive away this grief which is drying up my senses. I will not be able to destroy it even if I win an unrivaled kingdom on earth with sovereignty like the demigods in heaven.
Jai Shri Krishna. Although Arjuna was putting forward so many arguments based on knowledge of the principles of religion and moral codes, it appears that he was unable to solve his real problem without the help of the spiritual master, Lord Shri Krishna. He could understand that his so-called knowledge was useless in driving away his problems, which were drying up his whole existence, and it was impossible for him to solve such perplexities without the help of a spiritual master like Lord Krishna. Academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, etc. are all useless in solving the problems of life. Help can only be given by a spiritual master like Krishna. Therefore, the conclusion is that spiritual master who is 100% Krishna conscious is the bona fight spiritual master, for he can solve the problems of life. Lord Caitanya said that one who is master in the science of Krishna consciousness, regardless of his social position, is the real spiritual master. Kiba vipra kiba nyasi shudra kene nae. Ye Krishna tattvavetta, say Guru here. It does not matter whether a person is a vipra, learned scholar in Vedic wisdom, or is born in a lower family, or is in the renounced order of life. If he is master in the science of Krishna, he is the perfect and bona fide spiritual master. So without being a master in the science of Krishna consciousness, no one is a bona fide spiritual master. It is also said in the Vedic literatures, Shatkarmani puno vipro mantra tantra visharadaha, avaishnavo gurun syad vaishnavah shrivapcho guruah. A scholarly Brahmana, expert in all subjects of Vedic knowledge, is unfit to become a spiritual master without being a Vaishnava or expert in the science of Krishna consciousness. But a person born in a family of a lower caste can become a spiritual master if he is a Vaishnava or Krishna conscious. The problems of material existence, birth, old age, disease and death, cannot be counteracted by accumulation of wealth and economic development. In many parts of the world there are states which are replete with all facilities of life, which are full of wealth and economically developed, yet the problems of material existence are still present. They are seeking peace in different ways, but they can achieve real happiness only if they consult Krishna or the Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, which constitute the science of Krishna or the bona fide representative of Krishna, the man in Krishna consciousness. If economic development and material comforts could drive away one's lamentations for family, social, national or international inebrieties, then Arjuna would not have said that even an unrivaled kingdom on earth, or supremacy like that of the demigods in the heavenly planets would not be able to drive away his lamentations. He sought, therefore, refuge in Krishna consciousness, and that is the right path for peace and harmony. Economic development or supremacy over the world can be finished at any moment by the cataclysms of material nature. Even elevation into a higher planetary situation, as men are now seeking a place on the moon planet, can also be finished at one stroke. The Bhagavad Gita confirms this. 9 Punye Martyalokam Visanti. When the results of pious activities are finished, one falls down again from the peak of happiness to the lowest status of life. Many politicians of the world have fallen down in that way. Such downfalls only constitute more causes for lamentation. Therefore, if we want to curb lamentation for good, then we have to take shelter of Krishna, as Arjuna is seeking to do. So Arjuna asked Krishna to solve his problem definitely, and that is the way of Krishna consciousness. With this we saw the meaning of the 8th verse of the 2nd chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 9th verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
एवमुक्त्वा हृषीकेश गुडाकेशः परन्तपः न योत्स्य इति गोविंद मुक्त्वा तूष्णी बभूव.
Having spoken thus, Arjuna, chastiser of enemies, told Karsna, Govinda, I shall not fight, and fell silent.
Jai Shri Krishna. Dhartarashtra must have been very glad to understand that Arjuna was not going to fight and was instead leaving the battlefield for the begging profession. But Sanjay disappointed him again in relating that Arjuna was competent to kill his enemies. Although Arjuna was for the time being, overwhelmed with false grief due to family affection, he surrendered unto Krishna, the supreme spiritual master, as a disciple. This indicated that he would soon be free from the false lamentation resulting from family affection and would be enlightened with perfect knowledge of self-realization or Krishna consciousness and would then surely fight. Thus Dhritarashtra's joy would be frustrated, since Arjuna would be enlightened by Krishna and would fight to the end. With this we saw the meaning of the 9th verse of the 2nd chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 10th verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
तमुवाच ऋषिकेशः प्रहसन्निव भारत सैन्योरुभयो मध्ये विषीदत्मिदं वच.
O descendant of Bharat, at that time Karsna, smiling, in the midst of both the armies, spoke the following words to the grief-stricken Arjuna.
Jai Shri Krishna. The talk was going on between intimate friends, namely the Harshikesa and the Gudakesa. As friends, both of them were on the same level, but one of them voluntarily became a student of the other. Krishna was smiling because a friend had chosen to become a disciple. As Lord of all, he is always in the superior position as the master of everyone, and yet the Lord accepts one who wishes to be a friend, a son, a lover or a devotee, or who wants him in such a role. But when he was accepted as the master, he at once assumed the role and talked with the disciple, like the master with gravity, as it is required. It appears that the talk between the master and the disciple was openly exchanged in the presence of both armies so that all were benefited. So the talks of Bhagavad Gita are not for any particular person, society or community, but they are for all, and friends or enemies are equally entitled to hear them. With this we saw the meaning of the 10th verse of the 2nd chapter. Now tomorrow we will see the meaning of the 11th verse. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.